We are live again from Cloud Expo in New York on Monday, November 12th, 2018. This is Roger Struckoff with Cloud Expo TV. And if you're watching this on YouTube later, we welcome you as well. I am joined by Chris Hale and Zach Farnham with Total Uptime. So welcome, and Zach, start off by telling us what is Total Uptime and what do you do?
We are the global cloud availability platform. So global cloud availability, we keep applications available in the cloud. We handle we solve the problem of handling the network issues that go with disparate cloud, on-site, off-site, data center, by allowing one place to configure your network endpoints and protect them with web application firewall, allow you to have load balancing, failover, and also see the metrics of your web application firewall.
So basically what we are, to cap in on that, is we're an IP Anycast Network. So we're all over the globe. So when you purchase infrastructure from a single cloud provider, the unfortunate downside is that it's a single cloud provider. Now, we're not slinging mud at anybody. They all do a very good job at that, but they are isolating you to a single, what they call, availability zone. So our benefit is that we can, let's say you purchase two availability zones, right? You've got East Coast, you've got West Coast. Very common to have done. And maybe you've got your East Coast set as DR and your West Coast set as primary. With our network, with our availability, we can fail you over very quickly between those two data centers. So again, what we're basically doing is taking the idea of downtime and getting rid of it.
I knew a mechanic once who had a flat rate, and on his sign it said he had the flat rate listed there. And then he said double the rate if you watch, and triple the rate if you try to fix it yourself.
Right.
So in your case, how many times do people come to you after they already try to deal with it and they need help?
Well, that happens a lot. Networking is, even in IT, networking is complicated. It's, behind the curtain stuff, and when you pull it back and you try to do it yourself, things get complicated really quickly. What we did is we simplified it, put it in a web UI that you can use to configure everything and make your application or your endpoint highly available with zero downtime.
Well, and not only a web UI, right? So let's say you're a small shop. You've got just a couple of things that you need to configure. Pop into the web UI and get it done. Let's say you're doing the DevOps thing. You want to make API calls. You can make API calls to our infrastructure and make changes on the fly. It's all available.
I think there's an impression and maybe a reality that a lot of the public cloud services are really only for very, very large companies, but I don't think that's the case. I just heard something that tells me that's not the case.
Yeah, no, well, so look, even Total Uptime, we're not huge, right? We're a relatively small company. We do big things. We use our services. So we have just a couple of servers running our web server. Don't tell the boss that I told you that, even though this is live and now I just blabbed it all over, right? Yeah. So we have, so I'll be up front. We've got two web servers in a cloud location, okay? We use our application to load balance between those web servers, and then we use our application to fail over to another DR site should that site have any issues. And are we using one of the major cloud providers? No, we're not. We're using our own points of presence to host that application. That's the other part of beautiful thing about what we do. You could start your application at your on-prem site, and then let's say you want to make a move up into a cloud provider. You could move the application to the cloud provider very slowly, and then fail over from your on-prem into the cloud. Turn your on-prem into DR, and we can fail you back and forth at will.
What I'm thinking, he's ready to answer the question, because I was going to add to that. Small companies have big dreams too. So that's the idea. Maybe not look so much at the size of the company, but what it is they're trying to accomplish.
It is. It's all about solving the problem, solving the availability problem. Yes, we have, small mom and pop, one website, need to keep it on there so they can make sales, absolutely. But everything is built on enterprise grade from the ground up, agnostic of any other cloud provider. So yes, we also have large healthcare. Yes, we also have compliance. We also have everything in multiple, SOC compliant data centers. So even though it solves the problem for for the little guys, the small companies, but it's built for the big enterprise, built to handle the big enterprise.
Right. And so if I'm bitter old, experienced, data center manager, operations person with these big problems. No, I'm not. I'm bitter and I'm old,
Yeah.
but I'm not a data center operations manager. But I play one on TV.
Yeah, well,
And I come to you and I say, look, kid, I got these problems. You're gonna be confident.
Absolutely.
yeah.
One word answer. That's what I like. Go on.
Oh, see, now I'm gonna blab. Well, the beauty of it is that there's not really one problem that the infrastructure solves, right? So some people come to us and they say, hey, I've got Exchange in my primary and my DR, and I need to fail that over. Normally, that's a DNS record change, and you're waiting for that to update out on the internet. With us, it's instantaneous, right? It's the same IP address because your IP comes from us, and we give it to you, and it's yours exclusively. Then we've got customers who say, hey, I've got infrastructure on the west and on the east, and I want to put the East Coast customers on the East Coast servers and the West Coast customers on the West Coast servers. But should something fail, I want you to redirect all the traffic. We can do that too. And it's not just in the US. We're all over the world. So if you've got European, North American, South American presence, we're routing traffic wherever you need it.
APAC.
There you go. You got that in there.
Calling that
No, they said global in the very first sentence. So how are we going to find you? TotalUptime.com. These are the guys, Zach and Chris. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for watching. Follow up with them, whether it's live or at YouTube. Appreciate it. For Cloud Expo TV, this is Roger Struckoff. Bye.